Well, okay, welcome to another video by AntiquesArena. My name's Walter O'Neill. I'm a UK reseller. I buy and sell antiques and collectibles to make a living. Today, I've got one thing that, to be honest with you, is going to bring a tear to quite a lot of you. I'll give you a little roundup of today's video before I get showing you everything. I've been around the car boot sale, had some cracking little lots. I got one lot I'm going to start off with, which is one of the saddest and just one of the saddest buys I've had probably ever. And then I want to give a massive shout out to a few supporters and friends, and then I'm going to show you the rest of my haul. Hopefully you'll enjoy. I've had some really strange items today and some cracking gear. So before I get to saying hello and showing you the rest of the haul, I want to show you today's, I'm going to say star lot, but to be honest with you, it'd be the wrong words because it is such a sad lot. Okay, I went to Splott car boot sale this week, and one of the dealers I know, he's a very good dealer. He buys some absolutely amazing stuff from house clearance and auctions and things, and he pulls up and he pulls this out the car. Now this is a letter from President Ronald Reagan that reads, the United States of America honors the memory of Monty D. Jenkins. This certificate is awarded by a grateful nation in recognition of devoted and selfless consecration to the service of our country in the armed forces of the United States. You have to excuse my reading. I struggle with writing, as you know. And here we have a picture of the gentleman. It's not a very good picture. I'll splice in some photographs of this for you. Here we have this is the original letter. This isn't a facsimile of the letter. This embroidery here is done in gold. And then on the back here, I have the original envelope from the White House. The post stamp is dated July the 7th, 1988. And it was sent to Mr. Christopher Jenkins. Not sure exactly who Mr. Christopher Jenkins is. However, there's an address here that I was able to search, and I've done some research on this, but this wasn't the only thing I found. Obviously, now you have this certificate of honor to this gentleman from President Roosevelt, President Reagan, sorry. Now, obviously, there's going to be a lot of these out there, but this wasn't the only thing I had. What I have next is going to bring a tear to your eye, and to be honest, you shouldn't have been at a car boot sale. This is the hand-embroidered flag that was draped over the coffin while the gentleman was buried. So you have the burial flag, and you have the president letter, the photograph, and the White House letter, the envelope. Now, as far as I'm concerned, this shouldn't have left the family. And it should go back to the family. But from what research I've done, there is no family. And that's how it's probably ended up. But let's be honest. The gentleman lives in Ohio in America. And for his funeral flag and honor certificate to end up in a car boot sale in Cardiff is shocking. This flag is all hand stitched. I'm not opening it. It's been folded as it was, after the service. On the back here, it is fully stamped up for Lane Funeral Homes, dedicated service from the same family since 1885. So you got all the funeral details there on the back. So it is quite a very sad piece of militaria. there was no way I was going to leave it at car boot sale in Splott Market. I don't care what the price was. Now, the dealer actually asked for £150, which is about $220 for the flag and the certificate, which I paid. He didn't come down a penny. I paid the full price. I then paid a further £30, so another $50, to do some research. I had to pay for the research I was getting, and I still didn't get all the research I needed. Let me share with you what I did manage to find. Now, I've paid through a company in America, Instant Checkmate Report. Now, this was the first one I went with, and the gentleman was Monty D. Jenkins. And I need my glasses on again. He was born December the 11th, 1921, and he died between January the 1st and January 31st of 1987. CSA Service Sol. Now, the only thing I can think of that is, well, I don't know what that means, CSA Service Sol. I would assume that's the military, his military career. Come down here, he lived, social security number, issued years, you're right. I issued location Ohio, bear with me. Right, National Archives and Records Administration. So, where are we? Place of enlistment was Hayes, Columbus, Ohio. He was enlisted as a private. Enlistment for the duration of the war or other emergencies, plus 6 months, subject to discretion of the president or otherwise according to law. Civilian occupation, he was a boilermaker. Single without dependents, and he was a standard enlisted man. According to this, he did not have any related people. Contact information. And there's the address there, Ohio, Canfield, 44406, which is what matches up to the letter on here. So I know it's the right gentleman. I have more. Now, I've done a couple. This one was National Archives. So I managed to get his Army serial number, which is across the top there. So I know his serial number. He resided in Ohio. He enlisted on the 18th of March, 1943. Enlisted as a private. Branch assigned, no branch assignment. Enlisted, right, we read that bit. Year of birth, 1921. Education, 2 years of high school. Now, the trouble I'm having is I get all this information about the gentleman. I can tell you if he had debts, if he had credit cards, absolutely everything off these searches. But I can't tell you what he actually served in, what force he served in, how long he served for. Let me start that again. I paid for 2 reports. I paid on Ancestry and I paid on that Instant Checkmate, both of which promised me is war records. And by war records, all they did was give me the year he enlisted and, you know, the rank he enlisted at. They don't tell me how long he was listed. Nothing. And I've searched and searched and searched. I've tried to find out when he died. Obviously, I know he died. He died in, was it December 1987? And I'm trying to find where it said he died, but I'm sure it was December 1987. Something like the 11th of December 87 or something like that. I'll find it now. Now, I've just come back to this one here, and it says Electronic Army Serial Number Merged File, 1938 to 1946 enlistment records in the series World War II Army enlistment records created right in 2002. Document the period of 1938 to 1946. World War II Army enlistment records created, right? National Archives, right? Okay, so I can't find where he actually served, despite paying best part of $50 to 2 different companies that promised the war records. They didn't actually deliver what they promised. All they said was he served. They gave me his service number and so forth, but I couldn't find out what regiment or what he served with, whether it was Marines or SAS. I couldn't find none of that. Now, my big question is, he obviously had full military funeral, buried with honors, with a flag and all the rest of it. So was he still serving when he died? Now, if it was the case, he was born in 1921. He died in 1987. So the gentleman would have been 1921. He would have been 66 when he died, still serving at 66. Now, he would have either been a good rank, or was he a diplomat or something like that? But either way, now I know the Iraq conflict was on in the 80s. So did he die in Iraq? I've put out on Facebook asking for some help of other people, and Stan, a friend of mine from the Netherlands, has come back and given me 1 or 2 links to follow up on, which I'm going to do. By the time this video comes out, I might actually know everything about the gentleman. But for now, I'm going to carry on my research. If there's any family out there, of course, they can buy it back off me at cost. I won't make a penny off them. They can have it at the cost, end of, and it belongs with the family. But other than that, it'll be up for sale on the website once I know all the details. But it deserves to be either with the family or with a collector who is going to put it on prize and absolutely love the memory, the history, and keep the history of this gentleman alive. But it's a very sad thing for somebody's funeral flag and certificate of honor from the President of America to end up in a little hole like Splott in Cardiff. So I don't know what you think of that, but that's probably the saddest thing I've ever bought at a car boot sale. In one way, it's great, because I've never seen anything like that at the car boot sale, but it shouldn't be there. I'm going to move on. I will give you updates. If I find anything else out about this gentleman, I will give you updates, I promise, in future videos. Now, I've been on YouTube now for a little over 3 years, I think. It's flown, I know. It really has flown. And I've actually got a few friends, Dorothy in Ohio, where this gentleman comes from, amongst others, who've been with me since pretty much very early on, the first couple of 100 subscribers, and I'm now in the 12,000 give or take range. But one family travel all the way from Sheffield to see me quite regular. They've paid a few visits down to Wales, and you're not talking a small drive, you're talking hours and hours in a car. And they've been absolutely amazing support. We became friends. They've come down to see me. They holiday in Wales so that they can come and see me. The kids are wonderful. And that's Natalie and Steve Davison. Now, I promised to give them a shout out because, first of all, Isabel, their daughter, has just received Best All-Rounder for the term. So congratulations to Isabel. And Connor, well, hang on, I've got pictures. Hopefully, they're not going to shout at me for sharing a picture. But that's Isabel sitting there looking beautiful on a beach. And she's just been given the award for the best of term. So well done to Isabel. And then Connor has been going through some medical things. He's spent 6 weeks in casts on his legs to help him walk better. He's so brave. They've been having different color casts and things. And he's been absolutely fantastic. I've been following him on Facebook, so I wanted to give a massive shout out. Connor, bless him, sent a text this week saying he misses me and that. And honestly, everybody just send him your love, because honestly he's been so brave, and having all these casts on all this time, believe me, can't be an easy thing. And I look forward to seeing you all after all this COVID situation has finished and you come down for another car boot sale and visit, probably next summer. Right, I'm going to move on with the rest of my haul for today, and I'm going to stick with a military theme. Okay, so we look at the next piece, and I haven't actually got it here. It is too big. So I'm going to show you some photographs of this next piece. Okay, so it's not a very good picture, I know. But what we have here is a British Armed Forces stretcher. I don't know what the RS stands for. Maybe that's a regiment, Royal Scots or something like that. I don't know. I do know it's got a serial number there. And if I look here, it is dated 1951, and it has the impressed broad arrow. So it's military, 1951. So it's a 1951 broad arrow army stretcher green in really good condition. It's missing one or two of the little rivet covers on the halls, but it's got all the straps, everything is really nice condition on there, and it cost me a tenner, so like $15. So I suppose it is another sad one, really, carrying out your wounded or your dead off the battlefield. I know, but I've never bought a stretcher off a car boot sale before either. So yeah, I had to have that. I saw that 4 o'clock in the morning, and I thought, well, I'm having that. I bought that off Julian, a regular dealer I buy off. He comes up from England, way over the bridge. But yeah, a military stretcher in lovely condition for a tenner. You know, can't argue with that. I'm going to splice in now 3 pictures I purchased at Splott. Now, they're too big to cart home. I've put them straight into storage, straight from the car boot sale. So I'm going to splice in a video of them now, and you're going to see what they are. And they're really, really nice. Okay, so I purchased these, possibly lithographs or coloured prints. Hello, Gracie. They are all Geesley limited edition prints of different images of Portmeirion. You can see the scenes are absolutely amazing. These are large, almost 3 foot by 2 foot, maybe even larger than that. So these are all artist signed. So this one here is numbered 14 of 295, and it is entitled The Dome, Portmeirion. And then you have an artist signature. Sit down carefully a minute. 2 seconds, I'll be with you. You want me to shut the door? Yeah. Say hello. I'll be there now. Careful. Okay, so then we have this one, which again is number 14 of 295. I think they're all 14. This one is the Skyline, Portmeirion. Say hello, Anne. Hello. Hello, beautiful girl. Love you. So, yeah, beautiful images, really bright, very bright. These would have been in a seriously large house, or maybe even a hotel, something like that, because they are bright and they are large. The frames are really well done as well. I'm not sure what this one is, bear with me. I can't read that from here. Looks like, no, I'm not sure. It's Portmeirion again, another image, 14 at 295 again. Okay, darling, 2 seconds and Daddy will be finished. Thank you, sweetie. So these 3 here, they cost me a whole £20 for the 3. Bought them at like 4:30 in the morning in the dark. The dealer wanted £10 each, and if I bought the 3 of them, I could have the 3 of them for £20. £20 works out to about $30, so $10 a print. And these are got to be 3 foot by 2 foot at least, if not more. Well, you've just seen those 3 pictures. You saw I purchased them for £20 or $30. Have a look at this now. I've just found a gallery selling them. Now, you can probably buy them cheaper elsewhere, but this is Leslie Gallery of Art. And these are the Gisley art prints that I have. Limited edition. There's the dome. If I zoom in there. Dome, 100 from £150. It says from. Now, you've got to buy the print, then you've got to buy the frame. So just the print they're selling for £150. That's the dome. That's one of the ones I have. I'm not sure if the estuary, but the estuary is the other one I have. Again, from £150. That's the one I couldn't read. And I think, was it? No, not the pavilion. Skyline, wasn't it? It was Skyline, estuary, and dome. I can only see the 2 on there, but you can see they're there on the gallery from £150. So you buy the print, then you got to pay for the framing afterwards. So they were a cracking buy at £20. Really, really pleased with those. Okay, I don't know how many of you saw my hoarder videos where I showed you the garage out the back garden. Well, not the garage. I got a double garage, and I got a few outbuildings. And one of my outbuildings got flooded last year. And I done a couple of hoarder videos where I showed you some of the stock that was in them that was flooded. Well, as soon as lockdown ended, I stopped doing anything and just carried on working. So I still never got to empty a single one of the outbuildings. But yesterday, day before yesterday, I went out there and actually made a start. I pulled out the box and I was just sifting through it, and I found a box, about 18-inch square box. And I opened it up, and it was obviously full of water. And in there was all sludge, where there was all charity enamel badges and other badges that were all stuck to card that had all turned to mush. So I took the box in the house, and I tipped it into the sink, and I'm sorting through it. And there was a few plastic boxes in there that I couldn't get open. So I got a big sharp knife out, as you do. And I'm there, trying to open the boxes. And I sliced my finger open, and it went quite deep. It went straight in, about 1.5 inch long, straight into the bone. So that was me being stupid, not wearing gloves again, obviously, using a sharp knife in unsafe conditions, and I ended up cutting my finger quite severely. It was that bad that normally when I have a cut, I just put a little bit of super glue on it to seal it up, but it wouldn't stop bleeding. So I had to tourniquet the finger, stop the blood, put the finger back into place, super glue the finger, and then release the tourniquet when the super glue would dry. That's how bad the cut was. But it seems to be healing now okay. Anyway, purpose of the story was, if it weren't for getting cut, I wouldn't have sorted through all the box. I would have just picked up a few, chucked them in like that. But because I got cut, I was there and I was a lot more tentative. And then, because I was taking my time going through them, I stumbled upon this, which was in the box with them. And this is 6 grams of 9-carat gold in the form of a butterfly, or a fraction under 6 grams of 9-carat gold. And I haven't tested the stones yet. They could be diamonds. Possibly, more than likely going to be cubic zirconia, but they could be diamonds. They're small enough. And this was just sat in with the charity badges. Now, the lighting in here is terrible, and the video doesn't seem to be filming great today. So what I intend to do is put some photographs in for you to actually have a look at a few of these pieces. But a beautiful, heavy, look at that, look how thick it is, quality, solid gold butterfly that was in with the box of charity boxes. Now, I cursed when the box got, the outbuilding got flooded. But if it hadn't got flooded, right, I would have literally picked that box of charity badges up, gone, yeah, and put it out and charged maybe a tenner for it. And it would have been gone. And that would have been lost with it. So everything happens for a reason. And even if it's bad, you know, still some good can come out of it. And for me, that's very positive. So yeah, £100 worth of scrap, probably £150, £200 brooch. that was sat in with charity badges that I would have ended up selling because I didn't even go through it tidy. I just went, yeah, charity badges, I'll sell them on. I bought that probably 3-4 years ago for a few pounds and didn't even go through them. I can't remember how long ago I bought it. It was that long. So that was good. Anyway, I'm going to show you another buy. Now, this buy came in with the flag and the certificate. And what we got is a sheet. Now, these are not actually cut. They are proper $2 bills, United States $2 bills. They're not a print. This is actual bills. This is actual money. However, it still hasn't been sliced. It is one sheet of money. And it is from the Department of Treasury, Bureau of Engraving and Printing, Washington, D.C., and it is dated. That's not a date, serial number 20228. But we have 2, 4, 6, 8. We have 16 $2 bills on a single sheet that haven't been cut up. They're in pretty much mint condition. They're still, as I say, they're still on the sheet. They haven't been circulated, and it's framed up beautiful. Now, it came in with the pieces, so it doesn't really owe me anything. I'll put some photographs in with today's video because the lighting and the filming just seems poor quality from what I'm looking at on the screen. But I would like to think that's probably 75, 85, 95 pounds, something like that. Where is it? Is 16? Is 30 odd pound in dollars? You know what I mean? Plus the framing. So I'd like to think it's sort of somewhere between 70 and £100 retail for that. So that's a nice little interesting lot. I've got a few more buys to share with you, but before I do, a few weeks ago, I bought a couple of pieces from Splott Market that I showed you in the video, and I told you I would give you updates. Now, I don't know if you remember, I bought that really scraggy, scruffy clog eye gold watch. Now, it is a beautiful mint condition clog eye gold watch with a brand new leather strap, in working order, with a new battery and with a new strap. And you know what? The clog eye watch only cost me £30, and it cost me £10 for a battery strap and to be cleaned up. That was a gift. And the jeweler done the work. So not only did she do the work for me, cleaned it all up, she put a brand new strap on it, put a brand new battery in it, and still only charged me a tenner. I love that jeweler. So that's the first. Again, I'll put photographs in because the quality of the video is just very poor. And the next one was, if you remember, I bought a sterling silver. This is an antique one, sterling silver watch Albert. Now, these are Albert chains. So you'd put your watch and a fob, and the T-bar would go in your buttonhole. And you'd put a little pocket watch or fob watch on the end here. And that's how it would go. That would be in your little buttonhole. You have a fob on this end, and you'd have the watch on this end in your other pocket. And these can sell for, sort of cheapest is sort of 50, 60, 70 pound for a sterling silver, all the way up into the hundreds. I would like to think this one's going to be close to sort of 100. It is a nice, heavy quality Albert. Now, it cost me £22 to buy, if you remember, but they did hide the fact it was snapped. Because what they done, they took the link off where it was snapped and they rejoined it over the other side. And it wasn't until I got home and actually looked at it tidy, I realized it was broken. But that's the joys of buying fast in the dark at a car boot sale. So it's now perfect. It owed me £22 and it cost me a £5 to have a new link soldered onto it. So we have an absolute perfect Albert again. So those two were really good. This piece is cute, seriously cute. we have a German clock, but the one with the eyes go left to right. So as the clock moves, the eyes move. Now, this has never been out of its box. It is mint in the box. So I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking, oh, it's a reproduction. You know, nobody finds brand new old stock in the box like that of those clocks. It also has the weight and the chains and everything else and all the rest of it. I'll keep the weight in my hand a minute just for you to see. This is literally how I found it, mint in the box. Now, I paid a whole £8. £8 for this works out at about $12, $13. And I must admit, from the condition, I was a little worried myself, was it a reproduction? But I was pretty confident that it wasn't. And then I find this. Bloody light is getting away. There you go. Date of purchase, 15th of the 12th, 1978. Villa clocks. So not only does it come with its receipt, original receipt, its original care instructions, its original box, but it's never been out the box. So we have one of the clocks where the eyes go left to right. Eye moving clock from Germany. It's probably a Bavarian type, and it's of. I'd say it's a boy, but it's more like a wolf. And I just love the way the eyes move. It's stamped Germany, no West Germany or anything like that. So, but yeah, £8, $12. I've looked online. The cheapest I can find, I can't find this particular model, but the cheapest with the eyes that move is sort of 30, 40, and they go all the way up to about 100, 120. I'm going to have to do more research to find that model. But for £8, you know, I've got a hell of a profit. This one was kind of cute. This one is, believe it or not, look how small it is, right? And it weighs a few hundred grams. It really is solid polished steel, maybe? To give you an idea on how heavy it is, it's polished steel. And it's got Artemis. Now, I can tell you now that that is the P&O Royal Mail Line, I think it was, from the research I've done. It's P&O anyway. I know the quality of the video is very poor today. I'm sorry. It's because I'm filming at night. And there's the only light is that one there. I have no forward-facing light, and then the light off the computer is causing a problem. But we have, basically, it's a P&O ship, ocean liner, with a salt and pepper. The steam funnels are the salt and pepper. Now, this cost me a whole £2 or $3, and they're asking, I haven't found one sold, but they're asking $29.99 on eBay for this particular model. In fact, I think I saved it to show you. Bear with. Okay, I knew I had one there. You can see it there now. It's better than the me showing you, so I wouldn't have to splice in photographs on this one. So you can just look at this model. It is basically a little ocean liner, and it's engraved on the side the Artemis Club, and it is P&O. It's just a cute little salt and pepper, and it was £2, $3. And they're asking as much as £30. I think there was one on there for like £18 as well, but it weren't described as well. So that was just a little bit of novelty that I purchased. It came off the same dealer as the clock. They wanted a tenner for the clock anyway, and they threw this in. So I work out £2 and £8 because they wanted £2 for that separate. So that's the way I worked it. But they actually threw it in with the clock because they wouldn't come down on the clock. So they knocked the price of the clock down by chucking the salt and pepper in. I think that is the end of today's video. hopefully you've enjoyed. I know the picture quality isn't as good as normal, and I am sorry for that. I will splice in some photos. I will give you updates on the burial flag and honor certificate if I get any. It's still early days. I only put it on Facebook today asking for some help, but I've already spent, the 150 to purchase it, another 30 odd pound to find the research. So already I'm sort of 180 pound into that flag and certificate. But find me another one, because really they shouldn't leave the family. I'm off to Splott in the morning, so fingers crossed for another good day. And we'll see how we're going. Hopefully you're enjoying the videos that I'm putting out. If you are, I would very much appreciate, any help and support in getting my videos out there. A simple share, like, comments, it's all appreciated. Honestly, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.